Nobody expects anything like this to happen, let alone the attention that it's gotten. It's very surreal.
Can you tell us a little bit about your daughter?
June 22nd, 2022.
Gabby's parents sat together in the courtroom as they listened to the attorneys battle it out in front of the judge. The attorney for the Petito family reiterated the main claim of their lawsuit, that Brian's parents caused the Petitos pain and suffering by not telling them what happened to Gabby.
Brian Laundrie came home in Gabby Petito's van by himself to his family's home. That family, knowing that Gabby was dead, knowing their son had murdered her, knowing where the body was.
The attorney for the Laundries argued that the Laundries had a constitutional right not to tell anyone what they did or did not know, and thus the Petito's lawsuit is baseless.
June 25th, 2022.
The attorney for the family of Brian Laundrie released the contents of a suicide letter where Laundrie claimed responsibility for the death of Gabby Petito. In that letter, though, Laundrie claims it was a mercy killing. He says Gabby fell and was in pain. It then goes on to say, quote, "I ended her life. I thought it was merciful. That is what she wanted. But I see now all the mistakes I made. I panicked. I was in shock," end quote.
Brian tells us parts of the story, but there's of course so much that we already know that isn't in this letter. And it's the aftermath of what happened to Gabby. And the fact that Brian, in the aftermath of killing his fiancé, he's saying that he did so mercifully, okay, had all of these opportunities where he had a choice to do the right thing or to do the wrong thing. Many opportunities.
August 8th, 2022. Gabby Petito's family files a $50 million lawsuit against the Utah police. November 3rd, 2022.
Gabby's story has already saved many lives by giving victims the courage to report abuse and to leave violent relationships. They did not take this decision to file a lawsuit lightly. Their desire has never been to simply blame police for their loss. They are grateful for the many devoted officers that take an oath to uphold the law, to serve and protect. They relied on these officers to uphold the law, to serve and protect their daughter. Brave witnesses have come forward with other evidence that has come to light that add new dimension and understanding to how the officers performed in their investigation and their treatment of Gabby that day. The witnesses and evidence that have come forward have demonstrated that Officer Pratt himself has been a domestic abuser who has misused authority and threats of violence to control and intimidate sexual partners, making clear why Officer Pratt was fundamentally biased in his approach to the investigation, identifying with Gabby's abuser, ignoring the victim and her injuries, and intentionally looking for loopholes to get around the requirements of Utah law and his duty to protect Gabby. Based on what we have learned from these multiple sources, we believe that the Moab City Police Department knew or should have known that Officer Pratt, who has a history of pervasive professional and sexual misconduct, including sexual harassment and intimate partner violence, was unfit and unsafe to be a police officer. We hope that they will do that investigation now and take appropriate action.
November 17th, 2022. A judge rules in favor of Gabby's parents in their wrongful death lawsuit. The judge awards them $3 million from Brian Laundrie's estate. The estate is only worth 5 figures, which will fully go to Gabby's parents. In a statement released by the family, they plan to donate the money to the Gabby Petito Foundation. Joseph Petito and Nichole Schmidt plan to turn their personal tragedy into Gabby's legacy.
I'm proud of her.
Her purpose for living such a short life, everything was meant to be to save other lives. I have to look at it that way. I can't just focus on being angry and sad all the time. I have my moments, but you know, it's amazing that she's not here and she's helping people. She could be saving lives, really. It's what's down to it. It's amazing. If it's too good to be true, or you're questioning it in any way, just follow your intuition. There's probably something not right. Her legacy is going to be saving lives, changing the way the system works to help prevent this from happening. So we got a lot of big things to do.